What's the deal, baby? You already know. Big Boss, K-Po, here to talk this boxing. I just got through doing my taxes, and then, I had to train somebody. I don't know, man. I might start getting into this coaching, man. You know what I mean? I like it, man. I like to see people, develop, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it, you know what I mean? But, let's talk boxing. Post-fight reaction to Tszyu vs. Tony Harrison. I know in my previous video, I picked Tony Harrison to win. I wanted Tony Harrison to win because I think it'll be a bigger fight between Tony Harrison and Charlo. You know what I mean? The fight was sealed because of the press conference going to be off the chain. Tony Harrison going to talk. You know what I mean? But Tszyu spoiled that. Tszyu stepped up to the plate and he beat a game Tony Harrison. There's no excuses. I mean, I think he knocked Tony Harrison down the third round and he finished him off with those uppercuts in the ninth round. I mean, it was beautiful. You know what I mean? It was a good performance. I got to give him his respect. You know what I'm saying? Great step up. He stepped up to the plate. So shout out to Tszyu for the win. But there were some things I saw in this fight that I was like, because Tony Harrison wasn't really letting his hands go, in my opinion, like that. It was like he was gun shy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't taking it to Tszyu or nothing. It was just like, I think his brother was saying Tony need to retire. And I mean, based off this performance, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got knocked out pretty bad against Charlo, and then you get knocked out again against Tszyu. Now, granted, he had another fight prior to that where he fought a dude and he beat him by unanimous decision. But did he win by unanimous decision? I don't remember. I think it was. I think he did win by unanimous decision. But the fact of the matter is, I think he won, right? And I'm not talking about Tszyu fight. I'm talking about the other one. But it's just time. I think it's time to hang him up. I mean, he needs to focus on being a coach of Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I mean? He had a good run. He was a WBC champion. Just gonna hang it up, man. Do your thing. Because his knockouts weren't just like TKOs. They were like vicious knockouts. Like, truthfully, when Charlo fought Harrison the second time, and he landed those uppercuts in a row and then threw that too, and he fell on the ropes, they should have been stopped. But then, the ref let him get back up, and then Charlo, TKO'd him. That should have been a KO right there, before that, So then he took time off, and he fights, the other dude, wins, and then now he fights Tszyu, and it's vicious knockouts. Like, it's just time, bro. Like, I get if he was getting, he just lost. You know what I mean? Like, he just lose. No, he getting destroyed. You know what I mean? Like, nah. Now, Tszyu versus Charlo. I heard Tszyu after the fight. He was talking that talk about Charlo. I'm telling you right now, he's still not ready for Charlo. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm not saying he's not ready as far as to fight him. Yes, he's ready. He could fight him. But he's not ready as far as to beat Charlo. I don't see that. There was a lot of things that I saw that his defense is not good, right? And I don't think Tszyu can fight off the back foot. You know what I mean? He can't box off the back foot. He only gonna come forward, and he's gonna try to dictate the pace. The difference between Tony Harrison and Charlo is Charlo got power too, and Charlo can box off the back foot. But Charlo can come forward. And I say how to beat Tszyu is you push him backwards. Right? And that's some things that I see from him. That he gonna struggle with. And I was telling you right now, I think Charlo wins easily against Tszyu. I'm sorry. It's the stuff I seen in this fight, I was impressed that he got the win. I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a great win. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Charlo, I'm sorry. I don't see him being victorious in that fight. Now, granted, Charlo has his issues as well. You know what I mean? He tends to be predictable at times. And he tends to fight off emotion. Sometimes. You can't do that in the sport of boxing. But I will say this. Even with those flaws, I feel like he still beats Tszyu. Right? I think Tszyu... If Tszyu got a couple of more fights under him, you know what I mean, he beat some more names, I would be like, yeah, he could possibly beat Charlo. It's just the inexperience. You know what I mean? Like, Tszyu is a very talented fighter. You know what I mean? And I think even if he loses against Charlo, he'll be a champion someday. You know what I mean? But I just don't see him being victorious against Charlo. I'm sorry. You know, Tszyu's a game fighter, but, you know, I don't see him beating Charlo. Now, he made a comment about Spence, right? Because Spence was like, he gonna bet 10,000 on Tony Harrison, in which you lost 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but lost 10 grand, man. But like I said before, man, you know, he talked about after he beat Charlo, you know, he'll fight Spence. I'm telling you right now, will stop Tszyu. I'm telling you this. Will stop that boy. Like, the way his work rate, you know what I'm saying? I don't see Tszyu being able. Tszyu is a good fighter, but a lot of times it's because he hit hard, right? When you got another dog in there with you, like, who's got more dog in them than you do, that's Spence. Got more dog than a lot of fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, separate. Now, granted, he got IQ. But I'm just talking about when all else fails and he got to fight, right? That's when that dog come out. You see what I'm saying? That's when he just like, let's get to it. I'm going to get punched. Hey, if it is what it is. Tszyu, man, I don't know. I don't know if he can go in them waters like that. I don't know if he can swim with them fishes. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Charlo. Charlo got dog too. You know what I'm saying? You know, Charlo sparred Charlo came up in Savannah boxing gym over there on the southwest side. He know. You know, Savannah ain't in the, you know, suburban part. Savannah in the hood. You know, Charlo came up over there. So, you know, we just progress all of them. Austin Trout, they know about Savannah. You know what I'm saying? You know, Savannah ain't what it was, but, you know, back in the day, Savannah was the gym. You know what I'm saying? That was the gym to go to. You feel me? So I'm telling you, and you be like, man, that's back in the day. Why you bringing it up? It's your makeup. See, a lot of guys, when they get on certain levels, they feel, you know, how they came into the boxing game. When you get on certain levels, it's those basics. It's those moments of grit where you learn how to box that comes on full display. A lot of people think, oh, when you go on that elite level, it's the extra stuff you're learning. Yeah, but it's not only that. It's them basics. It's the stuff you learned on day one that gets you to be a champion when you get on that elite level. Keeping your hands up. Keeping your chin tucked. Fighting when you tired. Those are the things. You know, those are the moments. You know, and you gotta understand, some of these dudes, they coming from, now granted, the hood, you know, just because you from the hood don't mean you gonna be a champion, right? But that can influence your behavior and you being hungry in this boxing game. You see what I'm saying? You could sit there and be like, man, open the refrigerator, there's nothing but cheese and crackers in there. Man, I want some steak. I want some shrimp. You know, I could go rob somebody, but now I want to do it the right way. I want to box. I want to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember, I got peanut butter but no jelly. I got ham but no burger. You know what I'm saying? I remember them days. Eating sugar sandwiches. Man, I used to make a butter sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Put some sugar on that joker. Man, I used to eat the bread by itself, man. I make a jelly sandwich or a ketchup sandwich. It's those moments that you remember as a fighter. You know what I mean? And you like, I ain't going back to that. That's what I think is these guys' makeup. You know, coming up in that gym with all them champions. When you getting the brakes beat off of you by other top fighters. That's the makeup. That's what makes you. I don't know if Tszyu got that. Tszyu, yeah, he a good fighter. But his dad made a lot of money in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if when stuff hit the fan, if Tszyu gonna be true and be able to break Charlo. I don't know that. You know what I mean? But he's a great fighter. I say that. I don't say great. He's a good fighter. You know? He got to turn me into a believer. That's all I'm saying. Because as of right now, each test he didn't need to step up to the plate and beat, he won. Right? Charlo's the ultimate test. We'll see if he's successful. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bounce gone.